1, 2, 3, funk it.
My darling, I love you, 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 I love you.
3, 2, 1. Okay. Look, sometimes, guys, I just want to say, nobody's perfect. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of Good Times with the Boys.
You're not doing a song today?
We're all fucking up, god damn it. One fuck up leads to another.
There's so many things in my mind. Okay. Well, Viva Las Vegas.
That's actually really good.
Okay.
You know what we were supposed to do? We were all supposed to come out of hiding
Yeah.
after each Viva.
That's true. I had a plan. I had a plan for that. But if ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, again, welcome back to Good Times with the Boys podcast. Today is November 24th.
Yes.
24th of November. Yes. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, all your family members and your friends. Happy Thanksgiving to the boys here. It's a couple days after, but it's still Thanksgiving weekend. Okay, and we wanted to. We knew this trip was coming up. And we said, hey, you know what? People really liked that Vegas podcast that we did on whatever episode it was. And so we said, why not do it again? And so, back by popular demand, we are here in Vegas specifically for this podcast.
Well, yeah.
That's a lie.
Second reason.
There's a lie. That's a lie.
That was a primary reason.
There was. We partook in the spectacle of the sport of golf this weekend. Something magical happened. It was Tiger versus Phil, a 1v1 winner take all $9 million grand prize. Although I don't know if it's actually their money that they put up for $9 million, but I do know what the real money was that they did put up of their own were the side bets that they were doing. And we watched it at Top Golf. Shout out to Top Golf. You guys are always a good time. We did not do any Top Golf. We were there for 5.5 hours just to watch the 1v1 with Tiger. And you know what? It was a little underwhelming. I felt a little bad for Kangsan and Andrew being there because I'm the golf person. You know, I'm a big fan of golf. So for me, it was just another day. Andrew almost passed out. Like it was a shit show.
Yeah, I didn't have much sleep going into Vegas yesterday. We came in around 4:30 a.m. and we just started drinking right off the bat. So by the time it hit 6 p.m., right about when the golf match ended, yeah, I was ready to go night.
Shout out to Kangsan, but we drove here this time. Kangsan was so gracious to bring us here. We got here in less than 4 hours. We were initially going to leave Friday early morning, dinner with the family on Thanksgiving itself, and then Friday morning we were going to take off. But you know what? You know what Kangsan said in a not Kangsan typical fashion? He said, "Are you guys ready? Let's go." And I said, "It's 9 p.m." But I mean, when Kangsan says jump, I say on who, and how high. And so we left right at the crack of Friday. We left, and it took us less than 4 hours to get here. We are staying. Shout out again to Caesar's
Palace,
our unofficial official sponsor of the pod
of the podcast
of this episode.
Oh yeah. This episode is brought to you by
Caesar's Palace.
Caesar's Palace.
It should be sponsored because this was a free room.
Right. In a way.
Yeah.
Thanks, Andrew, for using your comps and all that stuff. So
it's all good. I probably have like 2 more by the end of this year.
That's true.
So that means we just need to go next month.
Oh shit.
Or next week, whatever. So, a few things that it's aside from the obvious, my family or a good job. What people say that they're thankful for.
Yeah.
I think, to be honest, I'm more as I get older, I'm more appreciative, and you guys know this of the smaller things, the smaller bricks that build this house. I get it. Yeah, I'm glad I have a good job and great friends and great family. I'm able to come to the happiest place on earth here in Las Vegas. But to be honest, bro, like what I'm truly thankful for is the simple things. Okay, I'm glad that hey, I wake up every morning. Yeah, I might have sleep apnea, but you know what? It doesn't look good when I sleep. But when I wake up, it's like, oh, okay, cool. It's a brand new day. I'm mobile. Okay, I can get out of bed. I can walk. You know, I have like stuff like that you're able to do the other things that we're always mentioning what we're thankful for. So it's the small things, you know, like I have eyeglasses. You know, I'm fucking blind without eyeglasses and contacts. I'm glad that I have my contacts and my eyeglasses. A loofah. I'm glad I have a loofah because I don't.
Bidet.
I'm glad I have a bidet. I'm glad now I have two places where I can go to that has a bidet. My house and Kangsan's house, you know. So, actually, before we start this off, this is my bad. Let's start off with a salute right quick before
Here we go.
I start asking you guys some questions here.
Salud.
Salud mi familia. Salud.
Mm-hmm. As you're drinking, I want to make note of two things. One, this recording represents our 50th podcast episode.
Oh, that is right.
We started April 28th, so almost 7 months has passed and we've done 50 episodes.
Wow.
We've had guests. We've had regular podcasts. That's about it.
Yeah.
2, you may notice either on the video or in the audio sense, you may notice that it sounds a little different. Listen, I pride myself. Before today, I figured I was the smartest man of the group. After today, I think it's clear that I'm not. So I packed all the audio equipment. I packed mics, the mixer, the amplifier, all cables, the camera. And I forgot one essential tool. I forgot the laptop. And it's ironic because I was on my laptop when I told the guys I'm ready to go. So, you know, let this be a lesson. Everybody fucks up from time to time. You would think that I would be full of shame and embarrassment, but I'm not, which worries me.
It's okay. The night is still young.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're recording on our phones right now. So if this sounds bad, blame the phones. If this sounds good, I'm a really good editor. That's just how it comes down to it. I also feel like an idiot, but you know, I think that's a daily occurrence. I'm not really concerned about that part. So,
You know, I'm thankful for phones because
okay. You see, that's what I was getting at. What? Okay.
see, I'm thankful for phones, for us to be in a day of age where we could do this on the fly, even with Kangsan's monumental fuck up.
yeah.
We still have options, you know.
I offered to hit the tables really quick and just see if I can go on a heater and try to get a laptop over at Best Buy, but it's just it was just too much to handle. But aside from the phones and like, I'm thankful for the Caesar's cup. I'm thankful that hotels supply you with cups.
Yeah.
Okay. So aside from that, can you guys think of like just like very simple things? Again, we're thankful for the family that we have and all that stuff.
I'm thankful for centralized air.
Oh, clutch.
I'm thankful for these blankets last night because my hands are freezing right
Double
now.
clutch.
I'm thankful that all the times that German sounded like he was dying, he actually woke up. Because there were a few times when your sleep apnea, you stop breathing for a solid 30 seconds.
You know what I'm doing is I'm training like my body for harsh conditions. So when I do get put into the matters that test my body, I'm ready to go. I can hold my breath for pretty long, right? In and out of my sleep. And it's something I got to work on. And you know, I just got to drop weight. It doesn't help that I'm so thankful for food. And I'm so thankful for the alcohol and the libations and all that stuff, all the spirits, But I'm gonna work on that. I'm thankful that Kangsan brought his headphones last night so he can get his beauty rest.
I slept like a baby. The key is play some music or some podcasts and sleep on a pillow and also under a pillow at the same time.
Right, it's like a sandwich.
It's like a sandwich.
It's like a
So
sandwich.
you tune out. There's a buffer between the noise coming from German's mouth through the pillow, and then it also has to go through the headphones.
Right.
I can still hear it, but it's very minimal,
Right,
and I
right,
can
right.
sleep like a baby. I think I slept for like 8 hours. I actually woke up because it was quiet, and I thought something happened to German, when it turns out he was just in the bathroom.
Yeah. Enough about me. Let's.
I'm thankful that I could sleep through German snoring.
There you go.
Because it's actually pretty comforting. Because both of my parents snore, and so
Yeah.
it's like I'm used to it.
Yeah, my dad snores too, but
It doesn't sound like he's dying.
yeah, he doesn't sound like he's dying.
Yeah.
It sounds like there's 4 different people snoring in the room.
Yeah. Sleep apnea is a real thing, guys. All right.
It's serious.
It's serious.
You gotta take it.
Oh, the
take
AC.
it- yeah,
Sorry.
it's the AC.
I was like, "Fuck it, stop recording." Yeah, I gotta take it serious, man. And that's actually how I want to kind of end the year off a little bit. I wanted to end up on a high note where I want to go into the new year a little more refreshed. Not to start what I want to do at the beginning of the new year, but kind of roll into it from the previous year. So, I've been working a little more here and there, like slow stuff. Just like the walking and the jogging and a lot of cardio and all that stuff. But I wanted to make sure that I get the principle and the repetitions down mentally before the year starts. Because I don't like, as you guys know, I don't like the
New year, new me.
Yeah, I don't like the new year, new me bullshit. The rest, you know what? I'm by all means, I don't mean to hate on anybody. If that helps you, get the stuff that you need to get done. By all means, do that. But I don't feel like you need a new year, to start your resolutions. It's stuff that you want to do. Go ahead, start it now. You know what I mean? Do it now. Unless you're doing something where it's we have to start on January 1st because we're going to do some type of competition. Then yeah, that's fine. But yeah, aside from that, that's what I kind of wanted to prepare myself with for the new year. I don't know if you guys have anything similar to that, but you guys don't have sleep apnea. So.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to lose weight too. I think as you get older, me and German are about to embark on a new decade of living.
Yikes, bro.
And from the stories that I hear from everybody, whether it's my parents, former coworkers, people I've run into, as you get older, it becomes harder and harder to lose weight and get in shape. So my overall goal towards the end of this year and into the new year is to get in the best shape that I can as I enter my 30s and get into mid 30s. The goal will be instead of trying to transform, the goal would be just to sustain for the rest of your life. And that way you can look better longer, feel better longer, live longer. So
Facts.
that's one of my goals, just to kind of clean up my diet. I have a big sweet tooth, and it isn't necessarily trying to change things, but just maybe limiting the amount that I eat at least and start from there. Eat more from home, cook some more, things like that. I mean, just like German and Andrew, I really love food. I'm an optimist in life. I'm an optimist with food. I think everything is delicious. Even shitty pizza, I think is delicious.
Even liver, bro.
I love
Yeah, he
chicken
loves
liver.
liver.
I love chicken liver. It's so good. So
Christ.
there's a lot of things that I could eat, and that's one thing I do want to clean up. Just keep reading. I want to get better at reading, clean up my creative skills with writing and photography, and I want to be able to have a better memory so I can bring laptops to places when I need laptops.
Maybe you should start writing lists, checklists. You should.
Overall, though, honestly, this is gonna sound really vain, and I don't care. I'm genuinely thankful for being the man that I am, because I encounter people on a day-to-day basis who are older than me. You would assume would be wiser than me, you would assume would be smarter than me, but they're not. There's so many people in this world, and it's a lot to do with my short temper or my low patience, but just piss me off. I'm like, God damn it. So I'm very thankful that I am not exhibiting those types of characteristics that they are. I'm thankful that my friends aren't. I'm thankful that my family isn't. You know, we're all just very like mindful, courteous, and commonsensical people. And unfortunately, not everybody's like that. So I'm very thankful for that.
Oh, maybe it comes with age.
No, because I know older people who are just acting mature.
Okay.
You know, so, yeah, and just trying to make strides in everyday life. Try to, you know, keep climbing up, you know, the corporate ladder in the sense of like trying to find that job where I'm like, this is it. You know, while we work on this and what have you. I want to travel more. You know, I want to be able to kind of go across the country a little bit more. So there's a lot of goals for the end of the year heading into the new year. But my primary focus, honestly, would be my fitness, my health. Yeah.
As far as next year, I'd like to travel a little bit more. It's kind of sad to say that we probably won't be going to Vegas as much next year as we did this past year.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, I reassessed that, Andrew. I think I spoke a little too soon when I said that.
I don't know. We need to move outside this Vegas bubble.
We are. We live in Los Angeles, so we go outside our Los Angeles bubble to come to Vegas.
Vegas.
All right. Well, I'll use my comps elsewhere.
I guess I'm gonna sign up for a membership card and start getting comps.
Well, the cool thing is with this whole the Total Rewards membership.
Yeah.
Total Rewards, if you guys don't know, Caesars and Treasure Island and Harris have like the rewards memberships. M Life has it also. They also have it at different places.
Yeah.
Right, the Total Rewards. So there is a Harris Hotel and Casino at Reno and Laughlin. Tahoe, Atlantic City. So we can travel. Just make sure there's a casino there.
That's the one place I want to be.
Okay, very good, very good. Continue.
For me, like with Las Vegas, the appeal is very similar to the appeal that I have from New York. Is when it's mad busy in the lobbies and in the streets, and you're walking around and you're like bumping into people and you're like, oh God, go fuck yourself. It's a very like, there's an energy involved with just kind of like walking around and gambling. Like there's this vibe where it feels like the lights are on and it's like it's showtime. You know, when we got here and it was 4 a.m. and literally nobody was around, Vegas didn't have the same energy for me. Like it didn't feel like lively enough for me to be like, man, I'm so excited to be here. But when it was 9 p.m., we got up from our nap and we're going downstairs and you hear the footsteps, the chatter, the ding, 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 all the noises and the lights. And you're just like, God, there's this energy, there's this like boost where I was like, I'm ready to lose some fucking money, you know? And mission accomplished. I did. There's that.
It's weird, maybe because I'm desensitized to it, but yeah, when we got in early Friday morning, right? So this is the Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, and we got in at 4 a.m. We parked in the self-parking lot, and I think we went straight to the casino, and it was dead. And that's when I usually play the witching hour, right? Early morning. But it was more dead than usual. And we were at Caesar's Palace. At Caesar's Palace Casino. Okay. One of the biggest one here. And it was dead. We left to go to Starbucks down the street. And we were on the street. It was probably 6:30. But it was before 7 o'clock. And it was so desolate. And that's where my peace of mind came in. Because I'm used to the hubbub and the hustle and bustle of Las Vegas. And when there are a lot of people, maybe that's probably why I don't go to as many concerts or festivals anymore, or just kind of just stay in my own lane here in Vegas. I get mad anxiety, bro. You know what I'm saying? I get mad anxiety. And not saying this because there's a lot of comorbid things happening nowadays. It's not necessarily that, but there just comes a point where there's too much and I start thinking too much, then it becomes, I am not comfortable. Obviously I'll stay there, right? I know bitch, but it's there's a weird imbalance when it's like when I start thinking a lot. So that's why I think it was just more. It was more. It was just weird to see it so dead, and that's why I was more caught off by that. Like, whoa, this is crazy. I've never seen Vegas like that before. And then of course we take a nap for a couple hours, and we wake up, and then all of a sudden it's fucking insane. Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Yeah. But Vegas is fun. It really depends on the people you go with. And, who else better than the boys?
Yeah.
But I love Vegas, not necessarily for the gambling aspect of it. I'm not really a big gambler, but it's just the energy that it has when you're here.
Kangsan, we have a...
I mean, look, I enjoy gambling. I will gamble. It's fun, but it's not the sole reason or the number one reason why I'm here.
Because I was gonna say, we share an online gambling account.
Yeah, no one needs to know. Dude, during the Tiger Phil thing, all that, I enjoy golf and I was rooting for Tiger, but I was just only pulling for
all the bets.
And as one bet after another was not hitting, I was just like, fuck. And our last bet was a hole-in-one. And after the 18 holes, the tiebreaker was this 93-yard really short putt that they turned into a tiebreaker course out of the putting practice green.
Yeah,
they drilled a hole in it. And so I was thoroughly hoping, and it was coming true for a while, that they would just keep tying until somebody made a hole-in-one. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way, but...
It was your doing that we had to stay and watch that grueling ass match.
I would have stayed anyway because I just wanted to watch it. What I will say that I've been to Topgolf a few times now, and I don't think I've ever seen it of that packed before. I don't think I've ever seen it that packed in the areas where it's not supposed to be that packed. Obviously, the hitting bays there were people there. And
it was that packed when we tried to go for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, was it? Oh,
yeah.
You mean in the common area?
Yeah, because an entire company rented out the entire Topgolf.
Gotcha. Okay.
But if they didn't,
yeah,
like today, I don't think there was an entire company that rented anything out.
It was almost shoulder to shoulder in the common area that we were at. I mean, aside from the tables and all that stuff, but it was there were a lot of people, and I don't know, bro. It was kind of weird. There were a lot of people cheering. I felt like there's more people cheering for Phil. First of all, fuck you guys. Okay,
They just don't know what they're doing with their lives.
Yeah, it's Tiger. It's not because we had money on anything. Even if I didn't have any money on anything, obviously I'm gonna bet on Tiger Woods because Tiger Woods is the best. He's the greatest of all time. But we got a bunch of haters out here. What am I gonna say? You know what I mean? I can't say anything. I'm trying to get beat up.
We were all a part of sports history. I mean, this was it could potentially be a turning point for a sport like golf. You can't have a one-on-one matchup for charity for 5 hours in any other sport.
5 hours, dog.
You can't have a one-on-one tournament in basketball. You can't have something in football. What's the equivalent? There's no equivalent of that, right? You can't do that in baseball. Even if there were skills challenges, All-Star Weekend,
yeah.
everything's short, 20 minutes tops.
Maybe tennis.
Maybe tennis.
Maybe tennis.
But I think with tennis it gets devalued in the sense that usually in the finals you're always going to see the top tennis players go against each other anyway. Golf is unique in the sense that you're not always provided a showdown between the best golfers every weekend.
Right.
So it was great. I think it was just the idea that you think that somebody out there, some kid watching this because their parents made them, could potentially be the next great golfer because of this specific event.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, can you guys remember the first whatever sporting event that you either was a part of or you saw and you were like, I'm a fan of this sport now, or I'm a fan of this team now, or I'm a fan of this player now because of this event? And then you look back and you realize how great of an influence that particular experience gave you, especially for somebody like Germund who, is a very, very, very good golfer who put in literally the 10,000 hours, would know essentially just recalling back to a certain point. I don't know if you guys seen the I think it was like a Visa commercial, but it featured Elton John.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a 2-minute commercial where it starts off with Elton John now playing a piano at a concert, singing a song, everyone's going crazy. Then every like 30 seconds, it goes back 10 years. So then it's him starting out, and then it's him just starting to be a musician. Then it's him at university, and then it's him in high school at a talent show. Then it's him as a kid. It goes all the way back to the singular point where as a kid, as a young child, he's given a piano for Christmas. And the tagline is, you never know the impact one purchase will make. And it's just that idea where we're literally, this is going to be that experience for some kids. For us, it's just an experience of lost money, but...
You know what that commercial is? I haven't seen that commercial, but it sounds amazing. The concept sounds amazing. But do you know what? If a smart kid was watching that commercial and they said, hey, you never know when your next purchase or a purchase is going to do it. If I was a smart kid, I'd go up to my parents and be like, now you have to buy me everything.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, I might not be good at archery, but you should buy me a bow. I can't row, but can I get a boat though? Because you never know. I might be the next dragon boat winner. You know what I mean? Buy me some golf clubs. Buy me a piano. I want everything.
Yeah.
So shout out to Visa for that. That's a great marketing.
It was a really good commercial.
But,
sponsored by Visa.
Yeah, sponsored. Seriously, sponsored by Visa. But I just wish it was a little more. I wish there was. It was. There were times where it almost kind of felt scripted, just because like they had. It's very unconventional for them to do this type, for the golf itself. But I think it could have been a little more entertaining. I guess. Thankfully, there was a lot of money flowing, but I think if the next one that they do, hopefully they get a good sponsor and they get a bunch of money. I think the next one that they're gonna do, if they get some young cats to do it, I think that'll probably be amazing. Just see some young dudes doing it, but I don't mind doing it on Thanksgiving again. Thanksgiving is a good weekend. Thanksgiving, the Black Fridays. You know what, man? There's been a shift, bro. Okay, there's been a shift. Mainly because maybe it's Cyber Monday. But I'm not going to lie. I was once the part of the crowd that would eat Thanksgiving with my family and say, hey guys, I got to go because I'm going to go get in line at Best Buy. Okay? Gone are the days of doing that. Apparently there were a couple Best Buys near our area that people were waiting since Tuesday and Monday to do it. So apparently there are still people that do that wait outside Best Buy. But what are you actually really getting out of that? What doorbusters can you actually get without hurting yourself or somebody that is worth waiting 2 to 3 days for? I just think people ain't got nothing better to do with their time. And I think that's more of a problem than people actually waiting for this stuff. Because I don't know, I got a job. Like, what are you guys doing? If you don't got a job and you're waiting in line for this, I find it hard to believe you took time off from your job just so you can wait in line to get a TV that's $500 off. Okay. But that's just my rant for Black Friday. I think it's now overplayed, overwhelming, and Cyber Monday, as it shows on the TV right now, is it. And I do not mind buying a bunch of shit from the comfort of my own house.
Yeah, for sure. I think Black Friday it started out as an event that you had to be there to experience. Back in college, I worked for Best Buy, and I worked a couple of Black Fridays, and lines out the door, people pushing each other for TVs, fighting each other, leaving it a mess, yelling for service. Like, it was a shit show. I think with the improvements in technology and also people coming to their senses, Black Friday is now primarily an online event. I mean, if you really look at it, places like a Best Buy, places like a Target, they're all very much just creating Black Friday, pre-Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all these things. They're calling it that to kind of like make it familiar, but the date range of the sales is like just even starting on Thanksgiving, and you can get everything online. I explored the Best Buy website and looked for what they call doorbusters, and they're available online. And it's like, well, why would I leave to deal with people when I can just add to cart and then pick it up later. You know what I mean? Like
That's called an online buster, Best Buy.
Yeah.
yeah, it's not a door buster.
It's a Windows buster.
There you go.
Yeah, there you
Windows buster.
Or Apple buster.
So, yeah, I think the allure of it. The only thing I would say is like if you're thinking about making a major purchase and it's almost Thanksgiving, just wait, and then go on Amazon or go on an online retail site, and I'm sure you'll find it for sale.
On top of that, they start the sales like
Mad early, dude.
mad early.
Yeah.
Amazon started their sale last Friday,
Yep.
and I was just like, bro, I got all week to now look for stuff on sale. I don't have to go anywhere.
I appreciate that they're doing that now. Best Buy a few years ago started, instead of opening at 12 a.m., now they start opening, the 6 p.m. and the 4 p.m. the day before. I don't know if I'm mistaken or not. The block at the Orange near our place here, or near our place back at home, had, I think the block opened up at 2 p.m. on the day of Thanksgiving. So I think it's kind of cool if they did it when they do that, so there isn't a mad rush. And if people that don't want to go shopping on Friday or don't want to wake up early the day after Thanksgiving can do some of their shopping prior to Thanksgiving dinner and just have nothing to worry about after Thanksgiving and just sleeping in and then eating leftovers after, I'm glad that they have that option. I've kind of realized now that Black Friday is really only good for things that you really need to see to check out before you purchase. Soft goods, such as soft goods or linens or the t-shirts, the shirts, the stuff that you need to try on, because when you I don't know, my body changes all the time. I don't and one brand is different from a fitting is different from another brand.
That's true.
And so that's the best way to do it for the soft goods. But for the hard goods and the electronics, man, like Cyber Monday is a godsend. Okay, yeah. I think I've purchased more things on Cyber Monday, although I've only been doing it over the last 3 or 4 years, more than I've had for Black Friday purchasing. So guys, just be smart. Okay, there's no need to. But what I do love seeing though on the Instagrams are all those videos of people at Walmart or Target just trampling each other.
Yeah,
trying
it's
to get
crazy. I don't understand the logic. Like, this is why I'm thankful for like being the person that I am. Because that like goes beyond me. Like, why is it so adamantly important for you to get that deal that you're willing to like harm others?
I mean, like, there was a deal at Kmart, right? All toys 70% off, and Kmart's closing, and so everything's already marked down 25% off.
Everything 100% off.
So it's basically 95% off almost everything in the store, and so I understand why people are like lining up trying to get all that stuff, because some low income families kind of need to get that type of deal sometimes. And so I see it from their point of view. Everything else is just consumer based, that we don't need that in our lives.
I just don't think there's no material good that's worth like that kind of stuff, that risk. Because not only like are you hurting people, you're just as much at risk as somebody coming at you and putting you down. And it's like, yeah, unless it's like food and there's a famine, I don't necessarily see like me fighting over Andrew for a toy just because it's cheaper. No matter like what my income level is, it's just something that I have a really difficult time processing.
And some of the people in those videos, dude, are like,
they're fucking vicious.
Yeah, they're vicious, and sometimes they're like grandmas and grandpas, and sometimes they're the ones that see the deal. And they're like, "Oh, here it is," and everyone's like, "Oh shit, that's really cool." And then they're running people over. That part I don't like. Okay, I'm not saying I condone that. It's just it's funny to see. It's funny to see people congregate. What they're congregating for and what they're literally almost like killing each other for is this. Like, I'm pretty sure somewhere down the line, God or the great above us is looking down, is like, so this is what people are getting hurt for.
They're like, damn, I fucked up. I can't believe I made these guys so stupid. That fucker forgot his laptop. Dumbass.
And some of the people, some of the things that they're getting are like a 32-inch Hisense TV. Yeah, I mean, for $150.
Yeah.
So it's just whatever. Priorities differ from person to person, but you know what? So do morals and ethics.
That's true. That's
And
very true.
you know, we are I'm thankful that I have the head on my body and the brain to think and the mental wherewithal to not do anything crazy, or I was gonna say anything crazy or debaucherous, but I can't say that when I'm in Las Vegas. Everything is crazy and debaucherous.
So it's just normal.
It's just a normal week. It's just a normal weekend. But yeah, I do. Now that I'm thinking about it, it would be nice to kind of pump the brakes on the Vegas train. It's not good when at work I'm not known for my ethic and what I can provide to the team, but just if I'm going to Vegas this weekend. and that's what it's gotten to that point now where they say, "Hey, Germund, what are you doing? Nah, Vegas again?" And there are some weekends where it's like, yeah, I actually am. And it's like, dude, you go all the time. It's like, nah, bro, you just chose the weekend to ask me that I'm going. So maybe it is time. It is time for me to broaden my horizons. Start moving to other places to travel to. Okay, I don't need casinos or anything like that, because I do think we are due for another cabin on the river type of trip.
Yep.
Another mountain trip, maybe something in the snow with the winter coming. We could do something like that. But
and if we budgeted correctly, then we could basically go anywhere for the price that we paid to go to Vegas.
That's true, but there's no casinos. Well, okay, so I need to get that out of my head.
Yeah, you just said you don't need casinos.
I gotta get the casino thing out of my head. It's just fun, man. Okay, and I feel like we all work our tails off during the week. That we all should be rewarded properly, and to however you choose to reward yourself, by all means, go ahead. This is one of my vices. Everybody's working for the weekend, right? And I wish, hopefully sooner rather than later, that won't be the case. That's why we do a lot of other things, just because the older I get, the more I realize, like, I spend a lot of time sulking, and you know what? That's why I go to Vegas, and that's why I do these grandiose things, because it's like, fuck, I work so hard, I'm so stressed out. Let me do the biggest thing that I can do, right, and ball out. But sometimes that's not the best thing to do. So I think what I need to do is find fun things like this, but like in smaller portions.
Yeah.
Right? That would give me this amount of fun. But I don't know. I wouldn't know what those would be.
I haven't found it yet.
I haven't.
Well, maybe you need to travel to go find those things.
Yeah. Well, so I'm a man of habit, right? And I like when things don't change. I like going to places where I know how to do things, and so that's why it's just easy. But that's why we talk a lot about uncertainty, and it's good to go into uncertain situations, because that's how you learn, right? And I should learn.
Yeah, learn new tricks. You're not that old, dog.
Well, I'm not that old until I think we just saw a concert earlier today. Andrew and I this morning had this dealer. We were playing roulette, and he was Thailand. He was Thai.
He was Thailand.
He was Thailand. Yeah, he's from Thailand, and this dude was like 68 years old, almost 7 years old, and he looked like he could probably be pushing 40 or 42. And it's crazy because I don't know the smoke-filled casinos here and how long he's been working here, that he doesn't look like a raisin. It kind of baffled me. But I forgot where I was going with that.
I don't know. That's your thought.
Yeah, can't help you there.
Yeah, a lot of thoughts are going through my mind right now. Oh, well, yeah. So, just doing smaller things. I don't know. Maybe like. Maybe I could take a hike or something.
Nah, you won't like it.
I won't like it. Well, we did a hike. Oh, that's what I was getting at. So I am on the verge of turning a new page of a decade of living.
Yes.
Okay. So maybe that'll be like my heat check to myself. Like, hey, bro, all right, you're 30 years old now, man. You're kind of old now, so let's do old people things. But here's there's old people in Vegas too.
Yeah.
Okay. And it didn't help that Kangsan made it known to us that Pacquiao was fighting on my birthday
Oh my god.
in the happiest place on earth.
At one of the most iconic locations.
In here and on earth.
MGM, man.
So I don't, I don't foresee myself maybe slowing down right when the year begins. But I think as it tapers off, I'll find other vices.
Yeah, let's go Arizona and shoot in the desert.
That would be fantastic. Is there somewhere closer?
Nevada.
Check and mate.
Next suggestion, please. Okay, no, that'll be kind of cool.
Yeah. And then you can see Red Rocks.
What's Red Rocks? Oh, the little
Canyon.
thing, like the lipstick
It's
that
the
comes
casino
out of...
downstairs. It's a penny slot. It's called Red Rocks.
Oh.
Like canyons.
Okay. I thought he meant the lipstick that comes out of the dog wiener.
No, that's Red Rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Red Rocket.
Yeah, I mean, for me, as a big foodie, I travel for where the food is. So that's the excitement when I explore a new city, is to check out their local cuisines. I'm a big fan of museums, so I like checking out whatever the local museum that the city has to offer.
I'm a big
So-
fan of museums too, Kangsan.
Are you?
Yeah, continue.
Are you now? Do you have a favorite museum?
I don't have a favorite museum.
Oh, okay.
Not that I know yet.
Oh,
Sorry.
interesting.
Wax
Okay.
museum.
No, it's probably not the wax one. The wax probably non-existent. It's just it's a little too hot for that.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Wait till people find out what that is.
Okay.
So I chase a lot of food. So a lot of places I would want to travel to is Houston, Chicago, Portland, Georgia, Atlanta. I would want to visit. Just anywhere. I just want to try like the local cuisine in the area and just find out what's good. Find out sort of the history of it and what they're like. A lot of the smaller towns, obviously their food is going to be a little bit more towards chain restaurants and sort of the names you already recognize. If you go to the bigger metropolitan areas, you have a higher chance of seeing the small pockets of specific cuisines because there's just a bigger crowd, a bigger population there. So those are the things that I would want to do. Definitely want to try Canada sometime next year.
Oh.
Whether it's Toronto or Vancouver. Those are the main couple places. When I went to New York, I actually met a nurse from Niagara Falls on the Canada side. And so
That's right. Yeah.
I think Raph and a few other friends befriended her on Facebook. So now we're friends with Canadians, which is pretty cool. But
That sounds like a Canadian thing to do.
Yeah.
yeah, be like, oh, we're friends on Facebook now. Hit me up anytime. Yeah, it's just a lot of things that travel brings you. It teaches you very valuable lessons. I think it comes down to two things. One, there's a moment during your travel, like you realize, there's very similar elements no matter where you go. And then two, on the flip side, things that aren't similar are vastly different. So it helps you kind of feel connected, but also real small, which really like humbles you in a sense, So that's a part of travel that I enjoy.
You know what?
I'll never stop going to Vegas though.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah.
I think as I'm thinking now, I think a lot of some of the apprehension that I have also as far as traveling goes is we work 9 to 5. Well, I guess Andrew kind of now too. He's more of a set schedule as well. But we work the typical morning to mid to late afternoon shift, Monday through Friday, and then we're weekend warriors. But as far as traveling goes, you need a few days. You need time, right?
Yeah.
And what Vegas affords me the opportunity to make a trip. I feel like I'm on a trip on a mini vacay that can last 1 or 2 days, and I can still be back in time. But maybe Arizona too. But especially when I'm just starting off to going to places where I want to go, I'd like to spend more than a day and a half before having to leave.
And that's the beauty of living in LA. Vegas is literally 4 hours away, less than 4 hours if you drive it with me.
That's right.
It has nothing to do with me driving fast, by the way. It was just traffic,
It was a good time.
It had nothing to do with the fact that how fast I was traveling.
We were okay. Oh, we're okay.
There's San Diego, Santa Barbara, the mountains, the Bay Area. Like, the beauty of the West Coast is that all of that is available hypodermically, a stone's throw away.
Yeah.
You can camp, you can beach, you can visit a whole new city, all within a day's time, which is amazing. So, yeah, it's just a lot of trying to get out there and explore would be a great thing to accomplish in 2019.
Oh, if you wanted to go camping every weekend at different forests and campsites, I'd be down.
Maybe not every weekend.
Yeah, I could probably choose. I'll probably go once.
Every 6 to 8 weeks.
That sounds like a good spread.
Yeah, I would like to do more of the outdoors, but you know what, man? I'm a diva, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, that's why I have a mattress that I bring with me.
No, you know who's a diva?
Max. Yeah,
Max is a hardcore diva for sure.
I feel like I did okay the last time.
Yeah, he barely complained about having...
Well, it's because all the complaining was done beforehand.
True.
But you're right, he barely complained.
Yeah, the camping is also a good thing because you're able to
do it for free.
It's like a mini vacay, and it's one hell of an experience. That kind of not mirrors, but it's like the opposite of doing this lavish type of vacationing, if you will, when you go to Vegas or any other boutique type of place.
Yeah,
I just don't want to go where there's like bears or killers, you know.
Good luck.
Yeah. Like you know what they need to start doing is like a bougie camping.
They have that. It's called glamping.
Glamping?
Yeah, glamour camping.
Where do you do that?
that's what we did last time.
No, there's more glamorous camping than that.
Oh, really?
What we did last time was glamorous.
It was glamping. Yeah, it's not just straight tent and nothing. We had a bathroom. We had a trash system.
Oh, so that would be in the realm of glamping, like that.
Like that would be like the
bare minimum of glamping.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like if it had different tiers, that'd be the lowest tier.
Okay.
Because we didn't have running water. That's
True.
Yeah, we didn't have potable water.
We did
Okay.
not, but we also had a bathroom, and we had. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Like, normally camping, you kind of got to shit on
In the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to dig a hole and then shit in it.
So what's more glamorous than that?
They have tents set up for you already in the tent sites. And then there's this place in San Diego that they have ping pong, like a rec area inside the campgrounds.
Oh.
And there's like ping
Now
pong,
you're speaking my language.
volleyball courts, that sort of stuff.
Okay.
And
Is that San Onofre? No.
no,
Okay.
one of my friends, it was like they had camped, then they went White River rafting, and it's all set up in the same like encampment.
Oh. I think I found what my frequenting trips are going to be for 2019.
Yeah, there's also the next level for glamping. You know what? There's also this thing. Instead of a tent, they give you a room.
Go on.
And
I'm listening.
instead of sleeping bags, they give you beds.
Okay.
Instead of ping pong tables, they give you slot machines
Roulette tables, yeah.
and poker. There's this place called Las Vegas, and if you want the ultimate form of glamping, it's there.
I mean, I love glamping.
We can rent an RV.
Guys, that's what I wanted to do. I think I've been saying that.
Yeah,
Let's get a fucking RV.
I'm
Right?
down.
That holds 5 people. I mean, how many beds are conceivably, right? Maybe 4.
let's get one that holds 7.
Whoa.
That's called a bus.
That's called.
Because
That's a plane.
everything that says, all right, this could hold up to 5 people, doesn't mean you should have 5 people in there.
Okay.
That's also very true. It's
That's
probably
okay.
probably like 5, but like uncomfortably.
Yeah.
Mm.
But if you get an RV that should hold 7, then we could fit 5 of us comfortably.
Yeah,
Okay.
something like that.
Like
yeah.
my 2-person tent would suck to have 2 people in there. Fits me comfortably. So I just size up for anything that you want comfort with.
Yeah, my 2-person tent can fit 2 people, but maybe when it's cuffing season, if you guys want to, you guys want to stay warm.
Hey, speaking of cuffing season, it is cuffing season right now,
It is cuffing season.
right? During the holidays.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's also coughing season, so make sure you guys,
Yeah,
When you cuff your bay, also hand sanitize.
I think for the boys, it's more coughing season we have to worry about than cuffing season.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah. It's, unless some of the ladies of the night.
Hey, we got one more night in
We got
Vegas.
one more night
You
in
just
Vegas.
never know.
Good Times with the Boys is not an advocate of prostitution, of brothels, or anything slanderous towards women. Okay, we just need to say that because people might think it sometimes. But yeah, cuffing season. Let's just say this: I'm glad that I have dogs. Because look, man,
Tread carefully. Tread carefully.
Yeah. Okay. What are you guys looking forward to the most for the rest of tonight?
I wish I had my dogs. Because they stay warm, and
So like anything in
I
Vegas.
like to hug them.
Not dog related. What are you guys looking forward to the most?
You know what I always want to do is rent one of those supercars. You know what I mean?
Didn't they close that down?
No, it's still open.
Is it?
It's off the ship a little bit.
Yeah, I thought they closed that down because someone killed themselves.
That sounded like a personal problem.
Yeah.
Past tense because he's dead.
Wow. Okay.
Ask more questions.
I am looking forward to just eating momofuku and milk bar.
So good.
And hopefully I'll convince the boys to go to Cosmo tonight and get some good food with us. I purposely have only eaten one Earl sandwich today for the sole purposes of saving my stomach for delicious, delicious pork belly bows.
Bow.
Hopefully I can turn some money into winnings, more money as we gamble. But,
Hey, everything starts with a belief.
Exactly. That's how it starts.
And I believe that this podcast would have been a lot better had you brought your laptop. I also believe that we salvaged this podcast. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you,
and
technology.
Thank you, technology. Thank you, Kangsan. Yeah, thank you, Kangsan. Actually, you know what? That's what I wanted to say. First of all, okay, although Kangsan fucked up, yes, okay, obviously. But but what I do want to say is, Kangsan, thank you for bringing all the equipment. You did bring all the equipment. You did lug all the equipment here, had to put in your car and bring it up here and all that stuff. So I do thank you for, all jokes aside, I do appreciate you doing that. Okay. Because I think we gave you enough shit.
It's fine. It's well deserved. I can take it. Let's wrap this up.
Cool.
Episode 50.
Wow.
50 down. Hopefully many 50s, increments of 50 more to go. The podcast has helped me develop myself, mature myself a little bit more mentally, as you wouldn't think that the original intent was just sort of us, we might as well just record our conversations. And for a large part, it definitely has been like that. But as I edit and sort of re-listen to what we've discussed in the past, it helps me understand how I sound to people, how I communicate, and in large part, just, how really good I sound. And I'm hoping that
You fucking pretentious asshole, dude.
And we're done.
I'm hoping that I look as good as I sound. But I often hear I just have a face for radio.
Same.
And with that, I couldn't be prouder of what we've done. Because essentially we've taken an idea. Something it's to look at it in a very extreme sense, and I'm gonna be hyperbolic here, but this culminated from nothing, literally. Like if you think about it, we've none of us took a career track that would put us on this path naturally. None of us explored this, from the beginning of our lives where we would naturally sort of settle here. We all went down a path of life that was going to take us some odd direction, and it all culminated in this, and we created something out of nothing. It's a very rare and very amazing experience, and I couldn't have picked 4 better guys to do it with. For everybody that's listening that thinks that has that idea, right? If you're listening and you're like, I want to do this, I want to do that, but you don't know where to start. My advice after doing 50 of these is just to start somewhere. Understand that you're not going to be good from the beginning, but that's the whole point. I'm sure that the vast majority of the people you look up to in this world was not good in the beginning. And it's the repetitions that count. It's the consistency that makes a difference. So, I would like to end the 50th episode on my behalf, for me, just saying, whatever it is you have in your mind, whatever it is that you want to do in life, once you have the idea, as long as the actions match that dream, it's going to happen. You just have to be patient, and you just have to be consistent. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
That was mad profound, dog.
Yeah.
You should have went last.
Because I was going to be like, okay, bye-bye.
Well, to piggyback off Kangsan, mistakes will be made during that time.
Facts.
You're going to keep learning new things along the way. Even 50 episodes down, Kangsan is going to learn a new audio trick after editing this podcast.
Always.
Always learning.
And so just be open to all the ideas possible and just keep moving forward, one step forward.
Yes, sir.
That's all it takes.
Let's get it.
I appreciate that. It's just cool to say that I have a podcast with my friends. You know what I mean? It's one notch on my belt that I can say, instead of just saying, hey, what do you like to do? Yeah, I play golf. Kind of like a loser. Now I say, I play golf, and there's a podcast that you should listen to. But also about commitment. At least I can commit to something. I don't like getting off the rails too much. So I'm proud that I can actually say that I stuck to something for this long. But now that it's kind of sinking in a little bit, that's crazy, man. It's 50 episodes.
Yeah, that's pretty.
So that's a lot. That's a lot of time.
Yeah,
dude.
50 of anything is pretty extraordinary.
Right.
Yeah. So.
And to those who have listened to the majority of those podcasts, we thank you.
Yeah. And stick with us, ride with us as you always have. Always, if you feel like we have cool stuff to say and you like listening to us, share us. Share us with your friends and family. We're only going to get bigger from here. We're only going to have more stories to tell as a lot of key markers in our life are coming up. And just stay positive, stay optimistic, do the right thing. And, we'll produce 50 more 50s of this, at least.
Yes.
And if you want to be on the podcast, shoot me an email at andrew@gtwtb.com.
So on behalf of the boys, concluding episode number 50, thank you again for listening to another episode of Good Times with the Boys. And until next time.
Viva
Viva! Viva! Oh, wait, what? Isn't there 3?
No.
It's only 2.
Oh.
Well, good thing we messed up there.
All right, let's get drunk, guys.
All
You
right.
can find us on Instagram and
_
Twitter.
GTWTB. Check us out. And then we'll catch you in the next episode.
All right, bye.
I love you, I love you, I love you.